Konbanwa, genki desu ka? Hope you're genki desu, hope you're well on this Thursday evening. I'm not going to say I was rushing to get to the dojo this evening, but I've literally jumped in front of the camera about 3 seconds before 7 o'clock. So if I see slightly, what's the word, out of sorts, then that'll be the reason why. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly check the computer, see if I can get this live feed to work, and so I can say hello to everybody. Oh dear, we're going to sound up. There we go. As not organised at all, and those people that know me know that that's a factual thing about myself. So, welcome to Thursday evening. So, tonight's plan, just while we're letting people join in, is to continue where we began on Tuesday, which seems a lifetime ago. But basically, Kayla, good evening. We're going to, Tim, and the Huxtable clan, hope you're all well. I'm just going to say hello, why not? Evening Sharon, how you doing Sharon Sensei, hope you're well. And yeah, so we're going to continue Tuesday's lesson, and the idea is Thomas is to continue with Kihon Ippon Kumite. So on Tuesday we did just the attack, Tora, is a Japanese word for attack, and this evening we'll just do a very brief recap of that. Andy Sensei, and we are going to then do the defence. So I call it being an uki, which is probably the wrong terminology, but the receiver, the blocking part of it. Good evening Harry, hope you're well. And so that's the plan this evening. We're probably going to stick on just set one from Asahi, Shotokan and Sky England. This is our set one. Okay, so we have a Jodan, Chudan, Maigeri attack, and we're just going to do the defence for those this evening. And the reason I don't want to move too quickly too soon is that there's a lot of detail that we should pay attention to when we're doing kumite, and especially when we're doing it on our own. So I think we're going to concentrate on that this evening. Hopefully you enjoy the lesson. Good evening Freya, good evening Alex, I hope you're all well. So that's the plan, this lesson. In terms of next week, okay, so I've been checking the government website every 5 seconds. I've been talking to our hall providers at the moment. It looks like we will be able to return to Gamlingay next Wednesday, which is the 2nd of December, which is when the lockdown ends. So we are looking to train next Wednesday. Thursday I'm unclear about at this moment in time, and Andy Sensei, the following week, again, the plan will be to do Gamlingay Tuesday and Wednesday as we have been doing previously throughout the whole COVID pandemic. So good news, so Gamlingay is back on board the Eco Hub next Wednesday, and then the following Tuesday and Wednesday for a couple of weeks before Christmas, and we'll finish probably on the 23rd of December. I think that's my plan, because Christmas Eve is Thursday the 24th, so hopefully you get a good few weeks of training in before Christmas and meet up and have a little bit of fun as well. We're currently in Tier 2 in Bedfordshire, in Cambridgeshire, because we crossed the border, and that means that we can still train together as long as we are doing what we did last time, so making sure that people come in, sanitise, socially distance training, and then leave and sanitise. That's the plan. So back to what was normal just before this particular lockdown. So that's great news. I'm really pleased about that. I'll put some notes on the Facebook page to confirm everything over the weekend, and I will do the same on the website as well. Unfortunately, I will not be able to open the Clifton Dojo before Christmas. Unfortunately, the school is not able to have us then. So, you know, it's just one of our clubs, but at least we can open a couple, hopefully. So I will feed back to you as soon as I can. Right, just going to quickly say hello to a couple of other people. Good evening, Isla and Paul. Hope you're all well. And let's get going because it's freezing in here. Okay, so just as usual, just relaxing the arms and the fingers and then the lower part of the body as well. Try to do what I should be doing and what I normally do, unfortunately I was rushing around this evening, is warm up before we begin this lesson, and I don't spend too long doing much of a warm up. Okay, but I am going to do a bit of warm up this evening because I'm freezing, so I've literally just got in and sorted myself out. Okay, so just shake your legs off, shake your arms off, not literally, and just move your head backwards and forwards. Okay, tilting your head from side to side. Okay, then rotate your head just halfway. My neck sounds like Rice Krispies. I hope yours sounds better than that. Okay, arms up. Hey, reach in with the left arm, Hidari 1, a right arm, Migi 1, Hidari 1, Migi 1, Hidari 1, Migi 1, Hidari 1, Migi 1, Hidari 1, Migi 1, Hidari 1. Oh, I just touched the ceiling. Migi 1, just about. Okay, and relax. Okay, just let the arms move nice and relaxed. Okay, now opening nice and wide. Again, remain relaxed, remain relaxed. Okay, thumbs on the shoulders and rotating. And backwards. Okay, left arm forwards, right arm back. It's a change, isn't it? Got to try that new. Okay, so left arm forwards, right arm back. And change. Okay, and arms out. Ichi, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hot, ko, and you. And sides. Ichi, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hot, ko, you. And up. Ichi, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hot, ko, and you. Okay, so we're going to go forwards to the side and up. Ichi, san, ichi, san, ichi, san. Go. Rook, sich, hutch, ko, and you. Okay, good. So that'll do for the upper body. I'm plenty warm enough as it is. Okay, so koshi hips round. So make sure your obi, okay, your belt, is one done up correctly, so it does never come undone. Okay, it should never come undone, not during a lesson. Okay, hips round. So our axis point, okay, jiku in Japanese, axis point here, move around it. So as if you're just making a circle around it. And then change it the way. Okay, then feet together. Haisukudachi, so feet together stance. And then just bend your knees down. Keep them tight together. Shimmy, contraction here, tighten here. And just let them rock down. So let gravity take it. And hold. And then just drop a little bit lower. Thighs together. Knees together, heels together, ankles together. And more. And then put your arms out to help your balance. And squat down more. And hold. And slowly up. And back down. And slowly up. And back down. So you see, just drop down. Not fall forwards. So just drop down. Okay. Trying to learn how your body works. So mine's not great, okay? So I naturally, round shouldered, tilt forward. So we have to try to correct this. So I try to correct this. So I walk around a lot with my chest out, okay? And the reason to do that is to straighten my back, okay? So that I am in more balance, okay? And karate is all about balance. And you'll find that when you're a junior, your balance will not be necessarily great, but ultimately, once you've been practicing for a long period of time, you can change your balance, okay, and create better balance by just practice. And you can change your body. You can change the way your body works, the way it performs, in millions of different ways. Okay, so working on our balance a bit more. So haisukudachi again, so that's toes and heels together. Hands by your side. Okay, bring your right leg up, keep it tight to the body, remember to keep control. Drop your hip down, here. Okay, bring your knee up. Bring your knee up. Okay, and then foot out. That's balance. Bring the knee back. Stay in control, stay in control. Hey, and back down. And then let's take the left foot up. So bring that knee tight to the body. Shoo. So this sort of shrinks in, okay, because it enables you to gain more control. Your supporting leg, in this case Migiashi, okay, is slightly bent. So not straight like this. Slightly bent. This gives you more control. Okay, if you start to wobble, just sit down a little bit more. Put the left foot out. And just hold. This engages your quadricep. Bring it back. Keep it tight. Back down. Okay, so really important to try to learn that control. Okay, take your right leg up this time. And hands up. Each. And rotate through. Knee. And hold. 1. San. Back to start. Yoi position. Arms down, foot down. Shi. Again, left foot. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. And shake the legs. Shake the arms. Okay, good. Hopefully that'll do. So straighten your knees and obies. Okay, os. The Mo is growing well. I'm probably 3 weeks into the Movember for this year. I think it's my 9th or 10th year. I can't honestly remember when I started. It's 2010 or 11, I can't remember which one. And the idea of Movember is that we are promoting men's health in all different ways. So it was when I first started doing it, it was testicular cancer. Okay, so these bits. Then it was prostate cancer, which is the other way. And now it's mental health. So it's a combination of the three. So it's all about promoting good, positive things for men. Okay, so some of the issues that contribute to men's poor health. Testicular cancer, prostate cancer and mental health. So I do it every year just to kind of get people to ask me, are you growing a Mo because it's cool? And I'm like, obviously. No, I'm actually doing Movember and hopefully raising money for charity. So there you go. Hopefully you will grow a Mo too at some point, providing you're a man. It doesn't look so great on women apparently. Okay, us. So we'll quick recap on Tuesday's lesson. So let's step back in the dojo just a little bit, give ourselves room. So remember, we're going to attack, okay, so we are Tora. So when we start with our partner, okay, about a metre apart, just over a metre apart, we rate os, and then we both yoi. And just to practice that attack very quickly, step back with your right leg, gidambarai, and your left arm blocking down. Ich. So again, we're stepping backwards, being non-aggressive, okay? Our kumite is very disciplined. And we work together as a partnership, as I said on Tuesday. So, get into position, good stance, okay, yoi position here, and attacking Jodan Zuki to the chin. So, clearly state where you're attacking, Jodan, and attacking through Ich, Hei, and Yame. Remember to come back with your partner, your imaginary partner. Step back, Gidambarai Kamei, Ich, and pay attention to where you are, Hanmi, half facing. Elbow tucked in, hand on hip, not up here, not around here, but on the hip. Then as we move through, remember halfway position here, the person shouldn't be able to see your hand, okay, not your elbow, not leaving until it's too late, okay. So, chudan, punch into the stomach. Hey, chudan, ich, yeah, hey, yamei. Hey, and step back, get under ich, and then change, ready to kick. Now make sure your hips here are showman. You want to be able to use your hip to thrust forwards. You don't need it here. So this position denotes that we're kicking maigeri. So down the centre of the body, kick into the stomach area. Maigeri, ich, yeah. Hey, yamei. Hey, and change legs, left leg back, ich. Hey, again, half facing, hand meet position. Position in Japanese, kamai, kamai, okay, so kamai position. Attacking Jodan, ich, eight yamei. Yamei just means finish, return back to your starting position. A step back, get under right, ich, and attacking this time Chudan, stomach, Chudan, ich, eight yamei, and get under right. Ich, and kicking, shown, hips are shown. Okay, so when you're kicking, try not to come up, and down. This gives it away to your partner. Not so easy to do. So best thing to do is let your body sink down. Just drop down. Weight on the over the big toe. Okay, so let your knee just naturally move forwards. Hands to the side for balance only. Don't tense them, just relax them. Okay, and kicking through maigeri to the stomach. Maigeri, ish, ya. Hey, yamei. Hey, and step back. And ready. Os. Hey. So that's defense. Sorry, attack. A tora. Attack is tora. Okay. I think people misunderstand when we're doing kumite together, when they're doing this with a partner or without a partner, and that is that they believe that the attacking part of this is not important. It's too easy. Just attacking Jodan front punch or Izuki, Chudan front punch or Izuki, or front kick Maigeri. No, you have to pay attention to the detail of both sides. Kumite is not just about defense, it's not just about attack. To become a good fighter, to become a good practitioner of kumite, you must join those things together. Okay, I've proved this myself. I've been in competitions years and years ago, and I would trial to see if I could win a championship or win a match by just defending and then doing one counter punch. I also tried to just attack. And it doesn't work in isolation. Those two things don't work in isolation. They only work together. Okay, and you can mix and match them and play around, but you can't just do one the whole time. You might get away with it, okay, with somebody who maybe is not as good as you, but as soon as you start to meet your equal, yeah, your equal won't be your equal because they'll have the attack and defence, and then you will lose. Okay, I've proved this. Yeah, I love challenging myself, so I used to go into matches and try never to attack, and literally just to try to score a Gyakuzuki on the very last second of the bell. It doesn't work out that easily. If you're trying to defend all the time, generally the other person's going to get you at some point. So we need to practice both. So now let's this evening do the defence. Okay, so this is, I call it uki, and I talk around that as being the receiver. I tell the juniors it's the receiver of great things. A really good punch to the face, a really good kick to the stomach. But what I mean by that is a good technique. And then you, as the receiver, will be working hard to ensure that that doesn't actually hit you, but it will still be a good technique. And so that's why it's good to receive these techniques. Okay, so right. Okay, so the formalities are, we bow to our partner, who will be around about a meter's distance, okay? And on this occasion, they're going to put their arm out and step up to us, okay? And they check their distance, their mai in Japanese is distance. And their fists should be approximately an inch away from our chests, unless they're black belt, in which case this will go to the chest. Okay? Don't put your fat hand in people's faces, it's rude. So put this just here. Okay? Then from there, they will step back from this position here, they will step back, Gidanburai. So the attacker, as we've just done, will always step back. That's to show that we're being non-aggressive. Anybody who you partner up in kumite and they do this, that means they're wanting trouble. So, you know, not such a nice person. So always respectful for your partner and step back. Okay, so that's really important. So, they've got their distance. They're now facing you in Gidanburai position, hand-me, okay, and they're looking at you, hopefully here. Okay, remember what we said on Tuesday about this, if you don't like looking in people's eyes, you can follow this peripheral area here. It's really good, it shows you the rest of the body. And they will state their intention, Jodan! And your response, when you're ready, and only at that point do you say, us. Okay, us is an acknowledgement of, yes, I'm ready, I'm engaged with you in combat, and I know that I'm ready to defend myself. You don't just go, us, and look away because they will attack and you will get hit, which is very bad. So it's important to make sure we maintain this distance and this focus when we're looking at our partner. Okay, my partner this evening is a camera. So hopefully you're at the other end of the camera at some point this evening when we do some partnered work down the medium of Facebook Live. We're going to try and do that. So your attacker is in Gidanburai position, looking at you and clearly stating Jodan. So you're saying us. Now on our set one, our first technique is hand up, shoulder down. Remember, yoi position here, ready to step back, agi uki. Upper rising block. So remember, we've said this before. This is my washizuki, this is not a block. It's also not going to stop you getting punched in the head. Shoulders, okay, focus, elbow here, tucked, everything relaxed. If you're relaxed, you can move. If you tense and you're worried and you're fearful, you won't be able to move. Okay, so you have to relax. They say us and you go, relax. Us, relax. Us, relax. So that's what you have to feel. Yeah, not us, tense. Tension is not good in this point, okay? So relaxation. So our first technique then, punches coming to chin, so centre of your chin here, okay? We're ready here, yoi position, ready to step back, agi-uki. Okay, so remember, from here, don't move sideways, try to move back. So as we come backwards, this hand comes centre point, keeping this tight, pushing up, And blocking, agi uki, upper rising block. Yoi position, jodan, os, and I'm stuck to my freezing cold floor. My feet are literally just stuck to it, so I'm going to try and move back a little bit better. It's just not as good as our Gamige dojo, is it? That's got the greatest floor in the world for karate, but hey. So from this position here to here, and you're at Hanmi, and the reason you're at Hanmi, well, I want you to think about that. Why Hanmi? Why not here? Well, here, whole body. Hanmi, less of a target area. Also, ready for my next part, okay, part 2, which is defense, attack, or return attack, or counter, is probably the best way to describe it. So we must make sure, from this position here, that when we come back, a Hanmi position here. Hanmi position here. I'm trying to slide my feet, but it's not really working. Yoi position, elbow tucked in. We don't want them to think they're going to get us, okay? We want them to come to us. We want them to attack strong. We want them to think they're going to hit us right there. And then we are going to manage that with a good block, with a good, strong, effective block. And this stays relaxed, Agiyuki stays relaxed until Kime. At the end, remember what Kime means? It means end, as they punch, and it finishes here. So we've now blocked them. Then from here, if our hips are Hanmi correctly, yeah, and they should be able to move, then Gyakuzuki. Gyakuzuki meaning reverse punch, okay? Reverse or opposite side. If your hip isn't back, you can't engage your hips, so you can't punch as strongly, you can't punch as fast. There's lots of other reasons to use your hips. So this position here, okay? So back into Yoi stance, ready to receive. Remember, the person has stepped back and right. No need to do lots of bowing at this point. Once we've engaged in Kumite, we bow until we finish what we're doing, say this particular bit, or the sensei says yame and bow, then you keep into Yoi position, please. Okay, that way you stay focused, I think. So just relax. Okay, try not to rock backwards and forwards on your heels. Okay, when they say Jodan, people tend to do this, and they start doing this, and they're going backwards. Okay, and they lose their balance. They step up and bang. Or worse still, they go forwards. So important to just relax. Let your body go just here. So that's. I hope that comes across okay, and that's what I mean. Okay. So try to, when they say us, relax, relax, not tense, not tense. Difficult when you've got somebody who's maybe twice the size of you, much higher grade than you, much faster than you. It is incredibly nerve-wracking. But actually the best thing you can do is relax. The worst thing you can do in the world is tense. I remember stopping one of my sensei's punches with my face and basically my teeth. And he said, Jodan os! Literally tensed up. And before I'd even started to put my hand here, he'd hit me. And it was right in the mouth, and there was a bit of blood, cut lip, nothing too major. And he just said, you didn't block? And I went, I didn't move. I just tensed. Fear. Fear is a four-letter word that we shouldn't say. Okay? Don't be fearful. You're absolutely safe with Kihon Ippon Kumite in terms of distance. Okay? So you just have to work with your partner. So they move, you move. You work together. It's like a set of windscreen wipers moving across your car. Okay? Windscreen wipers wouldn't be good if they did this. They would be pretty bad, actually. Okay? And they would clash and break. So we work together. Attack, attack, attack. Does that make sense, I hope? So, us, Yoi position, Agi Uki blocking. So they're all going to say nice and clearly, Jodan, us, relax, 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 relax. Slowness right down, step back, ish. Hey, hand meet, half facing, hip back, ready to engage with a punch. Knee. No shoulders, just the hip. Just the hip. This is not good. Just the shoulders. Keep them straight. Hey, and return yame. So when we've finished defending ourselves, we return to our starting position by stepping to it. Okay, we're not stepping up and being aggressive because we are just returning to our position. So we always say that the attacker always steps back, but the defender returns to their position. They're not stepping up forwards, they're stepping back up, if that makes sense. I hope it does. So, Jodan, us, ich, hey, ni, hey, yame. So again, Jodan, us, ich, ni, hey, yame. Okay, so let's do that 5 times. Jodan, us, iya, yame. Jodan, us, iya. Jodan, us, iya. Hey, one more time. Jodan, us, iya. Hey, yame. Hey, Amri, us. Okay, so and that's just the Jodan block on the right side. We're going to do the left side in a second. Okay, so once you've moved back, once you've connected your body to this point and blocked, okay, it's at that point you counter punch. You don't block and then counter punch. Likewise, you don't block and punch together. Not in Kihon Ippon Kumite. Kihon Kumite separate, yeah, is that the right word? Do the techniques separately. Terrible English. So block first, punch second. Okay. When we do more relaxed kumite, freestyle kumite, ju kumite, okay, then we are more free and our techniques can be more ayuch, so simultaneous, so you can block and punch together. But that's more advanced. This is, remember what we said on Tuesday, basic kumite. Basic kumite is the learning stepping stones to full kumite. Yeah, I don't believe that you should put a group of white belts, blue belts or red belts, chuck them in the dojo and have what's called a randori. Randori, I used to use that term in judo when I used to do judo. Okay, and that meant fight, free for all, best person stands at the end, and that's pretty much it. That's very dangerous. I think we'd have a lot of injuries and people would not return to the dojo. So this is very formal and very disciplined, okay, to command respect from both partners and both people, and both play an equal part, very much yin and yang. Yin and yang, okay? So I hope everybody understands that. So let's do the left side now. So us, hey, yoi, so ready to receive. Now your opponent has stepped back this time with their left leg. Okay, so their left leg is stepping back, which means they're going to punch you with their left hand. Okay, they're going to again come down to the chin and they're going to say Jodan, us. So ish, hey, yeah. Hey, and back. Hey. So ich, ni, and back. Okay, so this might be unnatural for many of you. Okay, we worked out a few weeks ago that 90% of the world's population are right-handed, in other words, wrong, and the 10% of us good people that are otherwise known as Jedis, we are left-handed. Okay, so this, hopefully, if you're left-handed, this is your better side where you have maybe better balance, but you've practiced your bad side quite a lot. Karate seems to be very right-side biased. We need to make sure there's balance. So I feel very fortunate being left-handed. It's one of the few times in my life where I have felt fortunate. So yoi position here. Check these basics: shoulders, elbow, hand on hip. Yoi position correct. Not here, not miles away. Here above head. Okay. Come through and block. Counter punch down the centre here. Straight line, like a spear, like a sword. Okay. Correct. Line. Jodan, ich, iya, hey, yoi. Jodan, ich, iya. Jodan, ich, oh, yeah. Wrong arm. So what happens if you do this? You've blocked, you've counter-punched. Is that correct? My sensei always told me that if you do the wrong arm and you do the wrong block or whatever, then whilst you've not been hit, you have done it wrong correctly. Okay? So he always said to me, if you're going to do it wrong properly. So this will correctly block you, mean, this is not as good a punch as a Gyakuzuki, but it is a good punch. So you can still do that. I think too many people get a little bit worked up at getting this perfect every time. Okay, as long as you're blocking properly, as long as you're punching correctly, then in my view, you're doing very well. When you don't do anything and you stand there and you either get hit or you get upset, then that's not really good. So don't worry if you get your arms wrong, because I just showed you it can be effective and it can work. Okay, so let's do 5 on the left side. 5 on the left side. Hey, ich. You see, us? Okay, so are we ready? Us. Jodan. Us. Aya. Hey, hey, Jodan. Ish. Aya. Jodan. Ich. Aya. Jodan. Ich. Aya. Jodan. Ich. Aya. You see, it all works. Us. Yeah, so whichever one you do, don't get too hung up on that, okay? Both are effective, both work in the context of this particular thing. No one is not 100% correct, because we prefer you to do Agiyuki Gyakuzuki, but you can likewise get it wrong and still get it wrong correctly. Okay, so please don't get too messed up around this idea of the right and wrong arm. As we move further through the grades, then it becomes more of an issue, because then techniques don't work. Okay, with this particular set, you could do the wrong arm and still get away with it. So I don't think people need to get too hung up on that. Okay, so us. 1 on either side, attacking fast now. Person steps back, right leg migi. He steps back, giranbarai. So make sure here you're ready to receive. They say joran, us. Relax, relax, relax. Ish, iya. Hey, and now left side step back, giranbarai, hidariashi. Okay, ready to attack. Joran, us, iya. Hey, and ready, us. So remember, the person can't attack you until you say us. This is the good thing about Kihon Ippon Kumite. You have this time. Okay? And time is a very precious commodity in karate, because it's all that separates us really, is how much time we've spent doing what we do. So, Jodan! I can't remember, is it the left arm or the right arm? I can't remember if it's the right leg or the front leg. Oh. And just relax, relax. That's the left arm, it's the left leg, definitely. Yeah! That's okay, that's okay. Take your time. The problem is people often get really uncomfortable and think, I'm going to get hit. No, you're not. Not in Kihon Ippon Kumite. Okay, basic Kumite, you will not get hit, because the person should not move until you say us. Now, if they do, 1, they're in the wrong, but 2, you'll be able to move. You'll have plenty of time. You can see them coming. Okay, this is quite an easy one to avoid getting hit. So please, again, don't worry too much. And of course, when you're training on your own, that's not going to happen. Us. Okay, so Soto Uri Uki. So outside forearm block is the block of choice for Chudan. Okay, so the punches come in here, and right arm out for right leg or right side. Okay, left arm is blocking, and then coming across the body. Okay, likewise you could do it the opposite arm and you'd still be effective. Okay, it'd be similar as I said before, but actually the correct way is right leg back. Soto Uri Uki Gyakuzuki. Soto Uri Uki Gyakuzuki. We often get asked by junior grades or people who've not been doing karate for long, why not uchi-uki? Uchi-uki, straight back as an inside block here, is just not good enough. It just doesn't do it for most people. You have to be ridiculously quick to catch the arm, and most people's arms will hit your arm. Okay? This is a much more effective block. Uchi-uki, when we move, taisabaki, really effective, but not so great straight back. Okay, it can and does work, but not as good, not as effective. So Chudan then, the block is Soto Uri-uki, okay, outside forearm block. So don't ever forget your yoi position. So the person steps back, giranbarai migi, okay, so their right leg is back, and they're attacking Chudan to the stomach, so you know that's coming in. Okay, so your yoi position here, remember these shoulders not up, okay, relax yourself. Us, they say Chudan, and you say us, which means relax. In this case, it means relax. come back, a block here, yoi position, chudan, os, here, relax, tension here, kime, just at the ends. Don't fall into this trap. Tilting forwards, off balance, yeah, over blocking, not at all necessary. Not at all necessary. So here, it's just enough to make this just deflect away from your body. Because then you're twisting your body with it, it will miss you completely. And in fact, I can't remember if it was the last time Akita Sensei came over in March, or maybe last October, which seems such a long time ago. We did this, certainly in the higher grade class of the course, where we were essentially not blocking. We were essentially just moving back and just moving our body and leaving our arm where it was. And you didn't need to even block with this one. It just drifts past the body. It just needs the tiniest little deflection, I think, to move. So, yoi position here, shoulders squaring down, come round with the body here. Okay, don't let the shoulder drop, just keep it the same height, so don't tilt. Keep it factual, and punching Gyakuzuki. So come back. Chudan, os, again, chudan, os, here, here, here. Too much movement, okay? So too much movement is not a good thing. We are trying to be dynamic. Dynamic, you need to be fast. Fast means power. Power means dynamic. This all is a kind of ever-revolving circle, okay? You have to do these things. As soon as you put tension in, you start to spin off your axis, okay? As soon as you over-move your blocks or over-exaggerate techniques, your axis and your circle starts to move, a bit like a hula hoop, okay? If you're any good at hula hoops, and I'm dreadful at it, okay? Once you get it going around your axis correctly, it's very easy to manage. As soon as you start to remove and bend your axis in the wrong way, it goes all over the show and falls down your feet. So I'm not great at hula hooping. Well, actually, I've got to be honest, it's probably 20 years ago that I last did it. But I hope you get that kind of analogy that I've used there. So, right. Okay, 5 times chudan. Step back, remember, right? And attacking. Chudan! Os! Ich! Hiya! And yamai. Chudan! Os! Hiya! Chudan! Os! Hiya! Yeah, so wait, I have to wait for the us. Chudan! Os! Hiya! Hey, one more ki. Chudan! Us! Hiya! Hey, yamai. Remember, we return to our position, we're not stepping forwards. Us. Okay, left leg with amber eye, step back. Ich. Ready to block this side. Okay, so when you're receiving, the left leg will go back this time. Okay, again, don't worry if you get the legs or the arms muddled up, it's not such a big issue, not at this point. Okay, but ideally we want to do it correctly. So the opponent has stepped back, left leg gidambarai. Okay, but this time they are punching with their left hand. Okay, so it's hidari te, and it's coming through to you. So the block is soto ryuki right arm, here a gyakuzuki left arm, hidari te, os, or left one. Okay, so relax. Your position is this side this time. Chudan, os, ich, ni, center. Straight. Once more. Chudan, os, hiya. Hey, so 5 times attacking Chudan, left side. Chudan, os, hiya. Hey, yamei. 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 Last time. Chudan, us, hiya. Ayame. Hey, relax. And us. Okay, so quick recap. Jodan, us, Hagiyuki, Gyakuzuki. Jodan, us, Hagiyuki, Gyakuzuki. Chudan, us, Sotoruki, Gyakuzuki. Chudan, us, Sotoruki, Hya, Gyakuzuki. Okay, so it's just set one. Us. Okay, so then moving on to Maigeri. Maigeri is the kick coming into the stomach, as we practiced earlier. Okay, so I think from a uki position, receiver, we worry more about this because the leg is a big old lump of the body, a big part of the body. And we know that it can cause serious damage and danger. It's a big thing to avoid. However, it's also very slow compared to the arms. Okay, even the best kickers in the world, I still think their arms can move faster. But that's just a personal opinion. So we have time on our side here. So again, when we're thinking about it and becoming that fear word, okay, you need to just relax that fear and just drop it somewhere in the ocean, okay, and just think, oh, move. And when we do this with juniors in particular, we move 45 degrees, okay, we keep that true through the majority of our syllabus. However, when you're a higher grade, you can of course just block straight back. Okay, a good Gidambarai block, downward block, is strong enough to deflect a Maigeri. Timing is important. Timing is important. If you don't get the timing correct, then you can hurt your arm, you can hurt their leg. Okay, so I think from my perspective, doing Kumite, I would be more of the mindset to move. Okay, when you move the body, it also sets up the Gyakuzuki better. This is okay, but the Gyakuzuki sometimes does not have the length, and the reason being is that legs are big. They create more space. They create more space. You can drop down, boom, here, so without stepping back much at all, to ensure you keep your distance. But as a personal opinion, I prefer to move 45. So that's what we're going to do this evening. So, right, os. Now, this is unfortunately what a lot of people do. They do what I used to be called, or in my dojo when we were training when we were younger, was called the Reverse Elvis. Elvis is a rock star from the, I'm going to say 40s, 50s and 60s, and was the king of rock. Okay, he used to do this with the guitar. And the Reverse Elvis, as you can imagine, is just a reverse. Okay, and what I used to do, definitely as a red belt, and my sensei told me off and said to me, "You're not Elvis," was a great big Reverse Elvis. No need. Okay, so Gidambarai. Gidambarai is from here. Okay, if it's high enough, then from the ear is fine. Okay, I always tell my students as a bit of a joke, from ear to ear. Okay, it's a terrible joke, but it's a sensei joke, so we're allowed to do it. But not the shoulders, not the elbow. Everything is relaxed down the body. Okay, this lets gravity give this power. Okay, if you drop it from here, it's got no power. Okay, if you bring it up here, well, you won't be able to see anything, and this is not good because your shoulders up. So just relax here. So just off the shoulders, really good. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to slide. Difficult to do on my floor. In fact, I'm just going to stick to it. I think Gidambarai. Okay. And when I say slide, what you have to do is you have to really work these inner muscles, okay? These inner muscles. So this foot shifts out, and this one comes with it. Okay, but in Gidambarai, so you stay squat, you stay strong. Okay? But you must make sure that you use these muscles and your gluteus maximus to control the slide and control the stance in terms of 70% on the front leg, 30% on the back leg. Don't want to go into that too much tonight because we're not doing stances. So, right. So, attack. Maigeri coming in here, right foot Maigeri. Okay, so right foot coming in here. We're going to go to the inside of the kick. Okay, so coming in here, kick, foot lands where my left leg is. I'm going to move here. And then counter punch Gyakuzuki. Okay, so, os. Do it nice and slow to just get going. Maigeri, os. Kick comes in here. Gidambarai, here. Hanmi, half facing. Gyakuzuki. Now it might look to the camera, I don't know if it does, but I'm punching off centre. My opponent is here, just where my fist is. And this is right there. Right there on my opponent. Okay, so correct position. Okay, and then return again to your position. Okay, so once more, right side. Okay, so a biggie side. Maigeri, os, ich, ya. Hey, yamei. Conscious that I don't want to go in the dog's dinner, which I'm getting close to. Os, maigeri, ish, ya. I'm sure of my stance a little bit. I can just feel my feet getting on the edge of the dog bowl. So, this takes a little bit of working, okay? Quite often we get the wrong leg. Quite often people just move their leg back and forget about the front leg. Juniors in particular, I found that teaching this over the last 28 years of teaching, they get very confused on this, and I can understand why, because we're asking them to slide, but not sliding this way. We're sliding this way. It's very odd for them to understand, and I do appreciate that. But that's what we're doing. So using these muscles, like gluteus maximus, and drawing everything together, contraction, shimmy, okay, we're able to move the body correctly. It's not a bounce. It's not a bounce. Definite slide. I can't actually feel my feet now, so from the ankles down, I am about -10, I feel. Knees up, it's okay, so I'm still warm. So we're going to kick Maigeri coming here, blocking Gidan-Rai. So we do 5, just conscious of time. So Maigeri, os, ish, ya. And yamei. And once more. Maigeri, os, ya. I'll slow down, getting too excited. Maigeri, os, ya. Maigeri, os, hammy here to drive that punch home. Hey, yamei. Last time, Maigeri, os, ya. Hey, yamei. Okay, so this, once you get this connection with the movement correct, this is a lovely technique. Okay, I would say that I found this one of my nemesis techniques though, particularly with Kihon Ippon Kumite, which is the next stage, the sort of brown belt kumite that we do, where we move around a bit more, and I used to get kicked a lot, okay? And the reason being was that as soon as my opponent would say Maigeri, I would tense, and I would try to block, okay? My mindset was block. Your mindset needs to be different to that. Your mindset needs to be move, punch. And you'll find in all kumite, as you progress, that your mindset needs to be move, not block. You don't need to block if you move. So I think it's really important to have that. Kihon, we have to block. It's there for a purpose, okay, to demonstrate that our blocks are strong, because our blocks do have to be strong. But when you actually fight effectively, you don't need to block if you move. So kind of contradicts what I'm saying a little bit, but it's a progressional thing that you do as you go through the grades, as you climb the grading ladder, as I call it. So we're going to left side this time. So remember, your opponent, try to visualise them. Okay, they're stepping back left leg. Okay, so ready to kick Maigeri. So you're going to go to the inside of the leg. So their leg will come here. We're blocking this way to punch to the centre. Us. Okay, difficult, I know, without a partner. If you're partnered up, then you're very lucky, and I'm super jealous of you because I'm talking to a camera and just hoping there's people at the other end. Okay, so us 5 times. Maigeri left side. Maigeri us. Yeah. And back. Hey again. Maigeri us. Yeah. Just a little point. Maigeri os. Here. Connection. Try to make this hip and this hand block together. And then punch. It's a small thing, but a big thing. So that kime there locks the body out for a split second to make the block strong and make this ready for the attack, which also will then be strong. If we get this, so it's no kime here, there's no kime with a hip, so we lose some control. We have too much flexibility. So the punch is not as straight and as efficient as it needs to be. Okay. If you look at the barrel of a gun and take a Western gun, so like a what do they call it? I don't know what it's called. Basic revolver, okay? And the hammer that hits the bullet through the gun is very tight, very tight. It's engineered perfectly so that there's no wobble. If the hammer was wobbling as it hits the bullet, it will waver, okay, and then lose power. The bullet doesn't get the same speed, it doesn't have the same thing. So again, very much science, okay, but not difficult science, good science. So again, once more, maigeri, os, yeah. So connect, relax, tense. Does that make sense? I hope. So once more, maigeri, os, yeah. Hey, and relax, os. Hey. So now a little bit of fun, okay? We'll do a complete set right side, complete set left side. So a Jodan, Chudan, Maigeri attack. I will attack you, you will defend me, and then hopefully you, through the medium of the internet, will attack me and I will move us, okay? And you can of course put on the screen later on if you wish to do so that you beat me. I don't have no doubt that you will, particularly if you're under the age of 50. So let's rate together. Os, hate yoi. Okay, connected now we are. My turn to attack first. I hope you're ready. We're going to do the right side first. Remember, you stepping back with your right leg and blocking with your left arm. Os, are you ready? Hey, Jordan! Ish! Yeah! Hey, back together. I hope you came up with me. Os. Hey, Garamburai. Are you ready? Chudang! Aya! Ayame together. Maigeri! Os! Aya! Ayame. Okay, no need to bow, no need to bow. You step back, Giramburai, ready to attack right side. Okay, are you ready? Jodang! Us! Aya! Ayame together. Are you ready? Jodang! Us! Aya! Ayame. Step back, Giramburai, ready to kick. Maigeri! Us! Aya! Ayame. Okay, maintain your mind, maintain your distance, maintain your focus, your ishiki. My turn, left side. Hey, Jordan! Us! Yeah! Yame. Together. Hey, Churang! Us! Yeah! Yame. Hey, Maigeri! Us! Yeah! Hey, Yame. Okay, your turn to attack the left side. Left side. Step back, left leg. Hey, attacking. Jordan! Us! Ayo! Chudan! Us! Ayo! Maigeri! Us! Ayo! Hey, take a pace away from one another. Amrei, os. Os. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much for the challenge and the opportunity to train with you. I always think it's really important to be very grateful of being partners with somebody. It's very difficult at the moment with COVID. Even when we're in the dojos, we have to keep socially distanced, so we don't have the same opportunities that we do normally when we train together. And I find that personally really difficult. I love Kumite, it's my favourite part of the karate, and I like interacting with people and challenging myself. And I think that's the important thing, is always pushing oneself and trying to improve all of the time with you and your partner. Don't ever try to beat your partner, just try to be your better self. Okay, so what you see in your partner is not them, it's actually a better version of you. Okay, and that will help you progress through the different levels of karate. But regardless of your grade, okay, never forget that Kihon Ippon Kumite is our starting point for Kumite and helping us learn to work together and then hopefully fight together safely, effectively, powerfully, and just have an awful lot of fun, because Kumite is great fun. So that's really important. Make those connections, yeah, between you and your imaginary opponent or yourself. okay, your better self or your partner, whoever you're with in the dojo. And kumite should be something where there's lots of passion, So ki eyes are really, really key, okay, really, really key. So if you're attacking, remember, step back, Gidanbarai Kanai. Ich, ya! Look at the opponent, focus. Yeah, get them a little bit worried. Just pull your leg up a little bit of your gi. Yeah, a little bit of tension, a little bit of relaxation, and wait. Jodan! Hey! And then a big ki to kind of make them explode. Likewise, receiving. Bow, come up, don't tense, just relax. Jodan! Us! Hey, connect with your partner, and then things will hopefully work well with you and work well with your partner. As I said previously, we bow, we step up together, this person gets the distance, step back, get ambarai, attack, hey, come back, step back, get ambarai, attack, come back, get ambarai, attack, come back, other side, together, yeah, windscreen wipers, yin and yang, together, not chaos, not a good part of kumite, okay, leave that more advanced, okay, so I think that hopefully will make sense. So just a very quick recap then. Next week in the dojo, so Gamlinge Dojo will be opened at the Eco Hub on Wednesday the 2nd of December, so as lockdown ends we're allowed to train that evening, so we will do. I can't tell you about Thursday yet because I just don't know, but if we train on Thursday we'll be at the new dojo and I will tell you more details about that. And then the following Tuesday and Wednesday we'll be back at Gamlinge, no Clifton I'm afraid till after Christmas. And then we will be potentially in our new dojo on Thursdays before Christmas. We might not be, to be honest. It might be that we wait till after Christmas for that. But that's the plan, and we'll be training right up until the 23rd of December, providing that we can and the lockdown situation allows. Just to recap again, we're in Tier 2, okay, in Bedfordshire and Cambridgeshire, because the Gamlinge Dojo crosses the border. And for that reason, we're allowed to continue training as we are, back in the dojos, providing nothing changes. But obviously if we move into Tier 3 we have to stop. I think we stop to adults but not juniors, so we can continue with under 18s but not adults. It's a bit confusing. I've been trying to read the rules and it is a little bit confusing. But anyway, I post everything here on the Facebook page. I'll put everything on the Asahi Shotokan Karate website. Please have a look at that. I try to update it as regularly as I can. There's some interesting articles on there and photos and stories from many years ago. When I first created the website, when it was just Pot and Shotokan. But now there's obviously the other clubs that are involved as well. Any ideas for whether we practice in the dojo, whether we do it online, etc. Remember the YouTube channel is there as well, Asahi Shotokan Karate, same thing. Okay, there's lots of videos on there. I put these videos on there a couple of days afterwards so you can always feed back into those, look at those, replay them, etc. And hopefully learn something from this experience. I've learned a lot from doing karate in my own dojo, and we will continue next week, so see you next Tuesday, and I look forward to meeting you then again at 7 PM. One last thing before I go and do the dojo-kun, please remember Akita Sensei is doing a fantastically awesome Zoom class for us all, okay, so any members of Sky England, okay, we are able to do a course with him on Zoom. I've put it on our Facebook page. You contact him directly through the link that I've given you there, and I think it's €10. So I don't know what that'll equate to in pounds. It's probably about £9, something like that. So very reasonable, and you'll get to train with other members from the Sky world. Okay, and we had a meeting not so long ago. We're having another meeting the week after this course, so that should be really exciting. Meeting our friends back down in Mexico, our friends in Canada and Italy, France, Belgium, Switzerland, Japan, all of our friends that we train with around the world when we don't have COVID. Okay, so Kyotsuke, let's finish with the dojo-kun. Dojo-kun. Hitotsu jinkan koukansei ni soromoto koto. Hitotsu makato no michi o omoru koto. Hitotsu doryoko no seishin yashinau koto. Hitotsu regyo o manjou o koto. Hitotsu kekki no yo imashimoru koto. Hai. Us, thank you so much. Thank you for joining me again on Thursday. Hope you enjoyed the session. I'm sorry I've not been able to feed into the comments too much. The computer's just turned off again. I'm playing around with the app, trying to find out how I can see your messages come up on screen. Sometimes they come up and sometimes they don't. It's just the app, I'm afraid, I'm seeing. Us Isaac, thank you very much. And thank you, Andy Sensei, for your kind of... See, a couple of them have just come up now. It's typical, isn't it? But anyway, look forward to seeing you Sunday. Look forward to seeing you Tuesday. See you then. Us. おやすみなさい。ありがとうございます。はい、じゃあまたね。